Good afternoon, story time. I can recall a time when I was in fifth grade. Yes, fifth grade, decades ago. Needless to say, fifth grade, 11 years old. I went to a Christian school, predominantly white school, okay? Painting a picture for you guys. This is back in the 80s. Yeah, 80s. So, predominantly white school, fifth grade. I think I was the only black child in that group, and it was a mixed boy in the group, in the classroom. Teacher named Mr. Double. Okay, Mr. Double was a white man. So we had art. I don't know if they still have art now. We had art classes, right? So we had to draw a picture. He gave us a picture. Everyone drew it. Everyone drew the picture. I had fun drawing the picture too. Drew the picture, and back then they used to put it on the wall, everyone's work. So he gave everyone an S. This is back in the day when we had S's and U's. I don't know what they're doing now. But anyway. So he gave everyone an S, and I got a U, which means unsatisfactory. And S means satisfactory. So I went to ask him, because I'm trying to decipher. I'm looking at everybody's picture and look at mine. And I'm trying to distinguish the difference between what's wrong with mine that I got a U and everybody got an S. And I said nothing. I looked at it and I said, mine's look good. Mine's look good. Looking at each and every individual. It's probably about 20 on the wall, right? So I went to the teacher. And I said, excuse me, I would like to know, why did you give me a U on my artwork? I can't find any difference, anything wrong with it. I forget what he tried to tell me to make an excuse of why he gave me a U. And it didn't sit well with me. Because I still couldn't decipher at 10, 11 what was wrong with my picture that I got a U. Now that I'm an adult, I understand, right? So needless to say, my father took me out of that class and put me in the lady class named Miss Hope. Miss Hope. Now the man, Mr. Double, was racist. He didn't like black people. Okay. So Miss Hope, I got my grade shot up in Miss Hope class. Cause Mr. Double was failing me. my grade shot up. I was doing so well, and I won. We had a literature contest. I wrote some poetry and won. I remember this so well. I got a trophy for it. And she said, Elaine, did you write this? I said, yes, ma'am, I did. And then she started crying. And she gave me a hug, and I won. I was like, "Oh wow!" I was so proud. I don't know what I don't, I wrote it. I don't know how I wrote it, but I wrote it. And it all now that I look at it, it depends on your environment. Sometimes you're in the wrong environment, where you can't flourish and grow. You got to get out of the environment that it may be toxic, and it's a cap, and people will see your uniqueness. That's what the U stand for, uniqueness and greatness, that won't allow you to flourish and grow. But once you get into the right environment, once you start shining bright and people are not intimidated by your light and your brightness, then the growth will take place. Now this growth is going to be uncomfortable. This growth, you're going to have to do things you ain't never did before. You're going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to be creative. Let your creativity shine. In this environment, they're going to let that shine. That's the right type of environment you want to be in. So I know a lot of people around some Mr. Doubles, right? You around people that not gonna let your light shine, just gonna hate your light, just gonna give you, and then you gonna be like, why you give me a you? They ain't even gonna have no right explanation for the you. They just unique haters. And they don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to shine bright. But I want you to shine bright in the mighty name of Jesus. Hello.